Beautiful souls, the wait is over. SoulSpotIntuitive.com is now live, and I've got something really magical just for you. If you've ever wondered how deeply connected your marriage truly is, take my free 24-question quiz. How intuitive is your marriage? In just minutes, you'll uncover your relationship's strengths and the two biggest areas that need a little extra love. This isn't just any quiz, it's a game changer for couples ready to communicate better, trust deeper, and love more intuitively. And for a limited time only, I'm offering free intuitive sessions for those craving even more insight. Please don't miss out on this. I'm really excited about this. Take the quiz now at soulspotintuitive.com/quiz. Your marriage will thank you. If you are interested in a free intuitive session with myself, please email me at amandapott@soulspotintuitive.com and put free session in the subject line. This will be a limited time offer, so don't miss out. And the links are in the show notes. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Intuitive Marriage Podcast. I'm Amanda, your intuitive empath, certified life coach, and marriage mentor, and I help couples deepen their connection through self-awareness and intuition. Because let's be honest, your marriage isn't just about coexisting, paying bills, and arguing about whose turn it is to take out the trash, right? It's about connection, love, and actually enjoying each other's company. So, today, we are going to dive into one of the most common and sneakiest relationship killers. It's a lack of communication. And, it actually, lack of communication, which leads to unmet expectations. And that is the silent killer of marriages and relationships. It really is. It's the unmet expectations. So I'm going to say it. You're not mad that your spouse didn't take out the trash. You're mad because you thought they should have known to do it. Is that not the reality of it? Is that not the truth? And that, my friends, is an unmet expectation in action. When we don't communicate our expectations to our partners, we can really, just go off the rails of where we really want our relationship to go very quickly. One of the biggest mistakes that couples make is just assuming their partner can read their mind. Now, listen, like I know I'm all about intuition, and my husband Barry will occasionally joke and say, well, like you're so intuitive. Didn't you see that coming? Or I should just know, right? And sometimes I do, and sometimes we both do. It's because we do communicate and we understand each other very, very well. We understand each other's patterns. But let's be real. If your partner could actually read your mind, then they'd probably already know what you want for your birthday without without you having to drop like a million hints, right? Or, just kind of they would just understand what you want, and that's just really not the case. We do really need to communicate that to each other. So we can't not just expect them to magically know our needs and desires and our expectations, and as much as we want to. And realistically, we don't know that about our partner either, as much as we think we do. Um, Without them ever actually having to say it out loud, like there's certain things that you can grow towards each other where you do just have an understanding. And that's what an intuitive marriage is in my own mind and my own opinions. But without actually saying stuff out loud to each other and having that communication, and when we don't meet those expectations of um, our partner does not meet the expectations that we have set in our own mind for them, then resentment slowly builds, like basically like an unchecked mold problem, right? Like you have mold in your basement, it's silent, it's sneaky, and before you know it, you have a really big problem and you didn't even realize what was kind of happening. So your marriage is suffocating under layers and layers of unspoken disappointment, ultimately. And it doesn't have to be that way. It really does not have to be like that. Um, let's kind of break it down. Two of the main power foundations in my 12 foundations is communication and expectations. And they truly are the backbone of a harmonious, joyful marriage. Without them, you're basically two people just guessing what the other one wants. And that is often just a recipe for disaster. And when you do not communicate that with each other, it's very difficult. It's a silent kind of a disappointment, a constant disappointment. But on the flip side, when you do communicate with your partner with compassion and clearly express your expectations, you can create clarity, you can create connection, and you build up a trust for each other. It's truly like relationship magic, and it honestly actually works. So how do we fix this? How do we communicate without turning every conversation into a passive aggressive showdown? Like, well, it's garbage day tomorrow. Okay, great. Good. Without actually, you're insinuating just by putting that out there that your partner is going to be like, okay, I better go and collect all the garbages and get that ready and take it out to the street. Well, why are you not doing that? Why is it not communicated where it's like, hey, it's garbage day tomorrow? How about I collect all the garbages, and if I leave them outside, are you okay to take them down to the street? You know, let's work on this together and communicate that, as opposed to just feeling bad or feeling like maybe you shouldn't be asking. Maybe you feel like you're delegating. What's your delivery like? Are you demanding? Are you actually just kind of having a conversation to see, let's work on this together? It has to get done. It's a task that needs to get done. Let's just not put things out there and hope that your partner picks up on it and understands what you're meaning by that. I'm guilty. I'm very guilty of it. And this is why we're talking about this. I still am guilty of it, and so is my husband sometimes. But we are very good at communicating. So for the most part, if there is a miscommunication, then we just kind of do a little backtrack and go, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Yeah, that conversation I had in my brain, and I actually forgot to let you even in on it, or I just assumed that you would know, right? But when we do have these great conversations with compassion and give your spouse a safe place to discuss things, then things really, really do go in the right direction. So I want to share with you three simple but powerful shifts that you can make today in your marriage. And number one is drop the mind reading game. Let's just stop that. Instead of waiting for your partner to just know or pick up on what you just laid down on that big hint of what you need, just say it out loud. Clear is kind. Okay. Being clear to your partner is a kind move. Vague is very frustrating. Um, I don't know about you, but I mean, my husband has a hard time reading what I'm trying to do half the time, anyways, because I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. So, being vague is very frustrating. Just be clear and concise. Do you want more help around the house? Do you need more emotional support? Do you want more help with the kids? Do you want to share, cooking? Is it just say it with love? Just ask your partner for your support, for their support, and ask them what they need with your support. This is like a daily check in thing or a weekly check in, whatever works for you. But say it with love, not blame. That's having communication with passion, compassion. Well, there's always great communicating with passion, but we'll save that for later. Um, and number two, the ask, don't assume rule. Like, ask, just don't assume. So it goes hand in hand with just drop the mind reading game. Before assuming your partner isn't meeting your expectations on purpose, because sometimes we think that, ah, he didn't hear, or he just ignored me. He's got selective hearing. Um, he wasn't paying attention, or you think he's out to upset you for some reason. Ask yourself, did I actually communicate this to my husband? Because 9 times out of 10, when there's a frustration going on, when your expectations haven't been met, the answer is no. The answer truly is no. That did you communicate this clearly? Start asking, hey, would you be more open to doing X, Y, and Z? Instead of silently fuming at him when it doesn't happen or when he doesn't do it because you just assumed that he should know that he should. So let's just stop that, okay? Let's just make sure we're asking and we're communicating. And number 3 is schedule deep, meaningful conversations with each other. Have that check-in time. What works for you? Sunday evenings? Maybe it's Friday night. Maybe it's date night. Maybe you have your conversation, and date night can be at home. Date night can be out. Um, just schedule some time together, quality time together. And I know life is busy. Maybe you've got kids, grandkids, you're working, we get it, family, life, but take 20 minutes a week. This is absolutely, your marriage will thank you, and it is absolutely worth it. Take 20 minutes a week to check in with your partner. Just check in with each other. No distractions, no kids, no phones, just an open heart chat about how you're both feeling and what you need from each other about this coming week. Maybe you have appointments. This is one habit alone that can absolutely transform your marriage. And if you need to check in daily, then do that. But minimum 20 minutes a week. Communicating with love and clarity isn't just about avoiding arguments. It's about creating a marriage where you both feel seen, heard, and understood. The more you talk, the more you connect. And the more you connect, the more love that you feel. And that beautiful soul is how you build a relationship that thrives instead of just survives. So here's your challenge. Try at least one of these communication shifts this week and see what happens. I promise even the smallest effort can create massive change. And I would love for you to send me a message and let me know how that went for you. So thank you again for joining me today. It was a little bit shorter of one, which is a little nicer. It's a beautiful Friday here in Manitoba, Canada. We are sitting, I think, at like 12 degrees Celsius, and it's like above freezing. Finally, we still have some snow on the ground. It was crazy foggy this morning, but man, what a beautiful, beautiful day. And so I'm looking forward to enjoying an evening with my husband tonight. We're gonna chill out. You will be getting this episode on a Monday, and I'm working on something really awesome. I've been diving into a lot of self-love lately. I've been following my own 14-day self-love blueprint, and I'm working on a workbook for you guys, as well as putting together something for my podcasters on maybe a subscription level. So we'll see. Anyways, I'm looking into doing some fun stuff. So again, thank you for joining me. If you loved this episode, please be sure to subscribe, share it with your partner, send it to a friend, send me a review. It really does help my little show. It's growing, and I'm expanding into different cities and countries. And I just thank you so very much for tuning in and listening. And don't forget, you can take my free quiz now. How intuitive is your marriage? In just a few moments of answering these 24 questions, you will get some major insights as to how your marriage is doing and maybe what areas of your marriage will need a little bit of TLC. It's completely free. I'm just asking for your email address, and hopefully in the future, I will have some fun blogs and some newsletters to send out to you. Um, What else do I have to share? Yes, my website. It's live. Please go check it out. Soul Spot Intuitive. That's where you'll also find the quiz. And I guess until next time, I hope everybody's doing well and feeling great. Spring is here, depending on where you are living, my Australian friends. Um, it is, I guess, coming to an end, your summer. But, anyways, enjoy. Keep growing, keep loving, and keep trusting your intuition. And until next week, beautiful souls, bye for now.